Assalamualaikum and good morning. My name is Muhammad Ilyas Haikal bin Faisal, and I'm here today to talk to you guys about the application of geometry. Before we getting started, let me introduce to you guys to all of my groupmates. This is me, Muhammad Ilyas Haikal bin Faisal, and this one right here is Muhammad Nurhaziq, and the final member of this group is Danish Irwan. We've been given the task to find some problem from the two cases that we found. One of it is the Scotia Bank Theatre. The Scotia Bank Theatre, Toronto, or formerly known as Paramount Theatre Toronto, is a major movie theatre at the Ryokan Hall in the entertainment district of downtown Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at Richmond and John Street, owned by Cineplex Entertainment and opened in 1999. The venue screens theatrical films throughout the year, but is known as one of the major venues for the annual Toronto International Film Festival alongside the nearby TIFF Bell Lightbox. As you can see here, this is a Scotiabank Theatre. So, this is where all the problems come from. You should notice the black things on the cube on top of the building. There is a video screen. 16 square foot LED video screens on the cube exposed three sides act as a rotating billboard promoting the upcoming attractions and special events. So here's what we're gonna do. The 16 feet square LED video screen, we want to change it with a brand new Neo QLED television. The main difference between the old one and the new Neo QLED technology is how backlighting is used to boost the color and brightness. While the old LED relies on the LEDs to light the panel, Neo QLED models use tens of thousands of mini LEDs spread across the screen. That is only 1/40 of the height of the traditional LEDs. The main reason we want to change it from the old one to the new one is because you can see it by yourself. It has a very bad positioning. Why do you want to put it on the edge of the cube? Why don't you put it at the center of the cube? Then, if you look at the new LED television, you can see that their function is very similar to the above LED. QLED stands for Quantum Light Emitting Diode, which basically means that it uses even smaller nano bulbs to give off light. So here's the deal. Take a look at these two comparisons between conventional LED and the Neo QLED. You can see that there is kind of same LED, but in the one way there is kind of different in very specifically thing. You can see that the conventional LED use a very small amount of LED to give off light, while the Neo QLED use tens of thousands light bulb to give off light, so that the picture that will appear from the LED will appear with higher resolution and better quality. So this is the specification of the television that we want to use. This is the Neo QLED television with a 98-inch. So without further ado, let's move on to our next member to solve our first case and the first problem that we found.
Okay guys, so first step, from the data, we know that surface area of Scotiabank Theatre is made from 4 identical square, and the LED is one of the square, with the area 16 feet square. So like this diagram. So we can assume that the another 3 square is also have the same area. So mean that here is 16, 16, 16. So the total area of Scotiabank Theatre is 64 feet square. To make easier, we change our feet to cm square. So 1 feet is equal to 30.4 xcm. So 1 feet square is equal to 929.0304 cm square. So we change the value and we got the new value is 59457.9456. Okay, after we get the area of Scotia Bank Theatre, we find the area of TV. So from the data, the length of TV is 86 inches and the width without the stand is 49.2 inches. So we find the area, we got 4231.2 inches square, and we change the data into the cm square. So 1 inch is equal to 2.54 cm. So 1 inch square is equal to 6.4516 cm square, and we change and we got the new value is in cm 27298.009 cm square. After we got the both area, we minus area of Scotia Bank Theatre with the area of TB like this, and we got the new, and we got the answer 3215.9357 cm square. So after we find the area we know that 1 liter can paint 6.5 meter square. So the answer we get in the area of shaded that we got, we change into meter, and we got 3.216 meter square. So only 1 bucket of 1 liter mica kiosk iron oxide is needed to paint the shaded region with the cost only RM30 ringgit. So that's all. To sum up, geometry is widely used in a different field such as in measurement, architecture and art. Some of the application include measurement of straight line and finding the surface area of land. With that, we are able to solve our question by applying the geometrical concept that we have learned. Not just only in architecture, it is also used in fashion design, modeling and robotic. So that's all.
Wow, what a great explanation by our friends. So let's move on to the next case. This is Ambipure Air Freshener. Ambipure is a brand of air freshener products owned by Procter & Gamble. It was first launched on June 10, 1976 in Spain and is now sold worldwide. So according to the data, this is the specifications of what contain and the size of air freshener of the Ambipure.
Okay, for this case, we want to calculate the cost of the Ambipure air freshener shipment. The calculation is separate into two parts. The first part is to calculate the air freshener packaging, and the second part is about the air freshener shipment. Okay, for our second case, our main goal here is to find the total cost of the Ambipure air freshener shipment. The first thing that we need to find is the cost of the rectangular box. From the data given, we know that the length and width of the Ambipure is the same, which is 6.2 cm, in length and width and 24.5 cm in height. We can use this measurement for the rectangular box because the Ambipure is fit perfectly inside the rectangular box. So from this data, all we need to do is to calculate the total surface area for the rectangular box. The rectangular box is made out of a thin cardboard, which costs 3 ringgit 84 cents per 400 cm square. Okay, so now we can calculate the total surface area for the rectangular box. All we need to do is to apply the formula, and hence we got the total surface area, which is 684 centimeters square. Okay, from this data we can then calculate the cost for the rectangular box. All we need to do is just divide it by 400 and then multiply it by 3.84 to find the total cost for the rectangular box. So we just calculate that, and then we can find, and when we know that the cost is 650.57 cents per rectangular box. Now for the second part of the problem, we need to find the cost of the cost for the large box. Okay, 150 of the ambipure air freshener is inserted inside the large box. By the measurement of 5 by 10 and by 3, which means there is 5 here, 5 ambipure here, 10 ambipure here, and stacked by 3. Okay, so from this we can calculate the length, width, and the height of the large box. So to calculate the length of the large box, all we need to do is to multiply 6.2 with 5. So we got the length of the large box is 31 centimeter. And then we can calculate the width of the large box. All we need to do is just multiply 6.2 by 10. So we got that the width of the large box is 62 centimeter. To calculate the height of the large box, we just need to multiply 24.5 by 3. So we got the height, which is 73.5 centimeter. Okay, so from this data we can now calculate the total surface area for the large box so that we can calculate the cost later on. So all we need to do is just apply the same formula which is surface area formula for the large box. After the calculation, we now know that the total surface area for the large box is 17,515 centimeters square. So from this, after we got the surface area, we can now calculate the cost for the large box. All we need to do is the same, which is just divide it by 900 and then multiply it by 1.19. So so that we can find the cost for the large box. Hence we find that the cost for the large box is 23 ringgit and 16 cents. So now we have the cost for the large box and the cost for the rectangular box. So from this we can now calculate the total cost of the shipment. All you need to do is just multiply 150 with 6.57 because there's 150 air freshener inside the large box. Okay, after we calculate that, all we need to do is just add up 23.16, which is the cost of the large box. So after all the calculation, we can conclude the total cost of the air freshener shipment is 1,008 ringgit and 66 cents. Okay, so from the second case, it is proven that the application of geometry can be used in our daily problems, either to find the surface area of an item so that the cost to build the item can be calculated, or to calculate the volume of an item to see how many can be fitted inside a storeroom or a container to its utmost potential.
So, in conclusion, it is believed that geometry plays a significant role in daily life. Geometry allows us to relate a various themes in the physical world. These concepts are applied in the digital reconstruction of the real environment. Thus, the fundamentals of geometry are crucial. It is also utilized in construction of video games and graphic design. And last, a lot of people around the world have excellent visual thinking skills. Geometry is regarded as the key to achieving all the results. So that's all from us. Thank you for enjoying our video. See you guys on our next video. Thank you.